Hi, I'm Linda, and I'm from the U.S., from Seattle, Washington, and I've had Peru on my bucket list of things to do for many, many years. And in the process of trying to figure out what I was going to do, I was looking at TripAdvisor um, for what to do when I'm in Peru. And in the process, I decided that I wanted to go to Salkantay. I wanted to do the Salkantay trek. And I found that Bio-Andean was at the top of the list with TripAdvisor in regards to recommendations and how wonderful the food was, the guides were, and the trek itself. So I decided to change from the company I was working with over to Bio-Andean, simply because everything was a rave review about them. The thing that I love about Peru that I think is really represented by the cooks and the porters and by our guide Carlos is really the warmth that they present. There's the Bio-Andean group, and I mean really the cooks, the porters, and I'll talk about Carlos in a minute, is that they just emanate generosity and thoughtfulness. So one of the things in our group is that we had 9 people, which is the maximum amount of people that they'll take. Uh, I found some of the treks had as many as 20 people on them. So with 9 people, it was, to me, the perfect number. And we had one individual, actually a friend of mine, who turned out to be rather challenging. Um, and yet our guide, Carlos, was able to bridge the needs of 8 people and this other individual that the best I can describe as challenging. So Carlos was able to handle this in a very professional manner to meet the needs of both this person as well as the 8 of the other folks involved. What I liked about Bio-Andean was the food was better than any food I had in Cusco, and I ate at 2 of the best restaurants, and I found that, I mean, we had appetizers, soups, main courses. We even had cake and apple pie for one meal. Um, Carlos himself, he became our friend. He was funny, so much fun to be around. Again, really kind and generous, uh, excellent knowledge of Machu Picchu and the surrounding community, and was a great guide at Machu Picchu. So I highly recommend Bio-Andean, but you must ask for Carlos, and or he called us his little Carlitos. So have a great trip. Thanks for listening. Bye.